availability, online payment, and also accessible at any agency banking center in South Sudan where you can deposit cash, check your balance. Yeah, and this is safe and secure. Cooperative Bank, 24/7 convenience at your fingertips.
Good day, we are here in banking just leveled up. Cooperative Bank of South Sudan, Gudele branch is officially open, providing a wide range of financial solutions, business accounts, personal accounts, joint accounts, Maramutaram women's accounts, Jumbo Junior accounts, and our convenient loan and Visa card services. Cooperative Bank, together we transform lives. Good day, we are here in banking just leveled up. Cooperative Bank of South Sudan, Gudele branch is officially open, providing a wide range of financial solutions, business accounts, personal accounts, joint accounts, Maramutaram women's accounts, Jumbo Junior accounts, and our convenient loan and Visa card services. Cooperative Bank, together we transform lives.
All right, at 12 minutes only past 10 a.m. in the morning, and lisa darija kumwara lesatiza lakini you guys are highly welcome to the second hour of it all اللي هو في زمن بتاع حسي. احنا جاي نتكلم عن Cooperative Bank of South Sudan اللي هو قبل اسبوعين احنا كنا مع MD بتاع Cooperative Bank of South Sudan. بعد الليله احنا معانا ضيوف that will be none other than Maggie and Carol. They're here to tell us a little bit touching point when it comes to financial inclusion and when it comes to it, or why we need to be talking about it, because it's something that not only touching families of every small business but even farmers and communities. It goes across. So in a country whereby access of banking and financial services can be challenging, on one organization of course happened to be here since 2018 to bridge the gap between the bank and our people as well. This is a COB consultancy, a subsidiary of Cooperative Bank of South Sudan. They work together with the government as well, not to forget UN agencies, NGOs and local communities to empower people through that is financial literacy, business skills and innovative banking solution. Today we dive into how they are helping South Sudanese citizens taking charge of their financial future. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is Maggie and Carol. Good morning.
Good morning.
Come a little bit closer.
Good morning.
Okay, you can just go ahead and introduce yourself, then we dive into the conversation to Ali.
Right. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to come to iRadio and talk to the people of South Sudan. Okay. My name is Caroline Boro, and I'm the head of COP Consultancy, which is a subsidiary of the Cooperative Bank of South Sudan.
Okay.
Thank you. My name is Margaret Osman. I'm a relationship manager.
Okay.
Nice to be on iRadio today.
Is it your first time?
No.
Okay.
It's my second time.
All right. And I think you'll be helping with the Arabic. It's okay. When it comes to introduction, Carol, what can you give us a heads up? Because I've given a little bit of an info, but it will be okay for you to introduce us to that is COB consultancy.
All right. So COP Consultancy, as I mentioned, is a subsidiary of the Cooperative Bank of South Sudan.
Okay.
The Cooperative Bank of South Sudan has been here for the last 13 years. And then in 2018, the bank saw that it was necessary to form COP Consultancy as a subsidiary. And the reason why the COP Consultancy was formed is to act as a bridge between the bank and potential customer, because they realized that there's a gap between the bank requirements and what the potential customers have. Okay. You realize that not everybody would have the requirements when it comes to opening an account at the bank or even receiving services from the bank. Okay. So if you have the bank on one side and you have the customers on the other side of the river, if there is no bridge, then the customers will not be able to get to the bank. If there is no bridge, then the bank will not be able to get to the customers. So COP consultancy acts as a bridge between the bank and the customers to prepare the customers to be able to receive banking services from the bank. And we are all about financial inclusion and also community economic empowerment.
Okay.
Thank you.
Interesting. And I think this is a little bit bio for the listeners and as well as the viewers, because we're streaming live on our Facebook page. And in case you have any questions for a consultancy, you can just go ahead and ask them, because later on as well we're going to be opening the lines and as well reading some of the comments online. But when it comes to our intro, we mentioned about financial inclusion. What can we define, or what can you tell the listeners or the viewers about financial inclusion?
All right. And maybe just to mention that as I talk about COP consultancy, Cooperative Bank is the only bank that has a consultancy wing to support their customers. So that's a unique feature that the bank has. When we talk about financial inclusion or access to finance, most of the time it is perceived or misperceived to mean getting a loan from the bank, being able to get a loan from the bank. So anyone who is not able to get a loan from the bank, they say that they are financially included. But there are very many factors that add up to financial inclusion. One of them is financial literacy. Even before you go to the bank, you have your own money. What do you do with that money? How do you earn money? How do you earn income? How do you spend your money? How do you save your money? So all those, that is one aspect of looking at it. So financial literacy, having the knowledge to be able to manage your own money. The other thing that we consider to be part of financial inclusion is availability of the financial services to the person. So you realize that most of the financial service, like banks, the providers may not be everywhere. But then they could be somewhere, but are they offering products? So the other aspect is the availability of the product. Are they offering financial products that match the needs of the people? So again, banks need to look at what are the needs of the people and develop products that are able to meet those needs. And then we also talk about affordability. The bank could be close to the people. They could be having products, but are those products affordable? Can somebody walk into the bank and be able to access a product that they can afford to pay for in terms of the fees and the commissions? So that's how we look at financial inclusion.
That's financial inclusion in general. When it comes to aspect of South Sudan, Maggie, like what do you think, or what's your opinion about the financial inclusion in South Sudan and even compared to the other countries?
Yeah, thank you so much for this beautiful moment talking about the financial inclusion. My opinion or my view in South Sudan compared to other countries or region. So the level of banking penetration within South Sudan is a bit lower. When I say it is lower, we have 10 states right now in South Sudan, and then we have like 3 administrative areas. When you do assessment or if you check around, all these states are not having the banks. Like some counties are not having the banks, so we compare to other countries. In other countries, all the villages they're having banks. So this affected by the history of war. This is one of the things that has affect why some banks are not able to reach the remote areas because of the instability of the institutions, and also creates fear in the hearts of the citizens. Now someone will be like, okay, if Maggie, I try to deposit my money, if I try to bank, what will happen tomorrow? But we thank God now there is a little bit of instability within the country, whereby I think banks now will have this in their mind to reach other areas whereby there is no banks. By giving the banking services.
Okay.
And then the other thing, when we are talking about financial inclusion, we doesn't only talk about the loans. You know, when we are talking about financial inclusion or we are talking about bank, what comes in people's mind is only loan.
Yeah.
So if I go to the bank, I will get loan. But the bank is having so many services that they are able to give to the citizen. Like for example, financial literacy, as my colleague has mentioned, this is part of what COP Consultants does. So to give the financial literacy, to train people on the importance of finance, how to manage your money. You know, here, basically, what we do, when you get money, you get and you chop it all.
Of course.
Yes. So no one is thinking about saving. Saving is very important for the future purposes. So Shanita lazim bikun kwesi hayade derita bamshono ita bori do gurush. Lakin ita kan magweri do gurush, it is something very this is one of the things that is affecting us basically in South Sudan. Therefore, it is making also very difficult for them, you know, to take this decision of opening a bank account or saving. That's why COP Consultants is here, you know, to bridge the gap and to give the training and the knowledge of how important of having an account, of saving, you know, to the people in South Sudan.
The thing is, South Sudan, I think sometimes it's only when you fall into trouble or a financial trouble, then you start thinking, oh, I wish I did this, I wish I did this. Because like when we talked about let me say saving, the importance, and even the good debt and the bad debt as well. Like all this come together. Like it can must save today. If you didn't save money, if you fall into trouble, like will the money come and loan you? And they have this thinking, I have a small money, I just keep it under the bed and that's it. And I think that will be included in the financial literacy.
Without knowing that tips will come.
Yes, that's
when
the
the
thing.
tips comes, they will remove your box.
Yeah. And even note that the Torontos are here everywhere. You'll just be checking out, you have a lot of money, end of the day, maybe you're working in the market, or maybe you're working somewhere and you're having the day-to-day cash out, right?
Yeah.
So you just have to look left and right. You don't know like if someone coming to snatch your back or something. So it would be also good that you need to be linked with COP Consultancy so that you can be included in the training and as well the advice they can be giving you as well. When it comes to the other side, Maggie, there is this the barriers. هاي اللي بيهند الناس ولا عوائق اللي بيهند الناس from financial inclusion. What could you be saying that apart from the financial literacy that we mentioned about?
Okay, the barriers for financial inclusion that we have seen, one of it is having the registration document. If I talk about registration document for individual, basically, if you want to open an account, you need to have nationality, ID card, aloya butaka. So ita kan mendo butaka shaksia, ita shuno, ita mabagdar fata hesab. So the wahed min hijis al-gisi bonastenin al-bizat fi qaria. You know, we are now talking the financial inclusion all over, even to the rural areas. So nasal henak de sometime oma bag der fata hesap le ano mendo shuno o mendo jinsia kantara fi bank bangal. For us to identify you or to know you, you need to have the ID card. This is number one. Number two, low literacy level, especially in the rural areas. You know, ita ino fi karia wala fi bele tihetinak fina senin ma arufu muhima ta ahamia ta indu hesab de shuno ma fi zola lweri lo mongali, yani ita kan hindu plan ita dara mula haja fi mustakbal lazim ita bindu hesab. So people in the rural areas, most of them, they doesn't know about banking. They don't know how important it is. You know, these are some of the barriers. And then number two, lack of saving culture. So mendu tebia tashiru tawiridu gurush. So guruje bes kanja lela de guruje tala kitire.
We need to go to the weekend. We need to spend it.
Der kelana role jido takalita umata ekan when hina der kelana bi shuno. So without knowing that, you know, saving culture is very important. But the reason why we are here now to see how to bridge this gap, to answer, to give answers to these barriers. And then number three, and availability of financial service provider. I mentioned it before. I say most of our counties within South Sudan, there are no banks.
Yeah.
So if there are no banks, so they even don't know what bank is. If you go now, for example, in some villages, you are telling them about bank, they will start asking you. Banki de shunu, banki de zol.
Yeah.
They don't know about it. Availability of service providers. And I think as the country grows, as a peace comes in, everything will be okay, and we'll go deep down to the villages, and they will know more about the service provider, and there will be availability. You know, for example, as a zol kanja jafata hisa fi Juba, let me say, yala zol legijeni la hadi fi Mundri, oder tala gurush. O bitala guruje beatu non tateriga. O basa logala sana bisilu tayara min Mundri jala Juba wala shiro. So this is one of the barrier. So, and I believe some of the banks are listening to us also online. Then it is the responsibility of banks to see what are the services that they will be able to offer in the rural areas. And then the other things is a restriction policy on access to loans. So دايما في إتكندر شلو دين من بنكي في حاجات البحثالو من إتا كدندو يلا زول في بلد ناجي land lease ما في محل ده ما registration تو ما
يلا كان يلا ندو بقرات بيجا بيجاني كيف
بقرة كان جدا با. Okay, so zol begin ali bagara ya fi bagara de ma bag der, so they ya bi kun shuno bi kun sap le na senina shan kaman bag der ligo loan yala lack of tangible security for loan. So واحد من حاجات al sometime bank ba asalu begin galan nader yani waragata wata another hajat del عشان بكون سنو بكون دمان إذا كان ما بقدر دفع قروش بعدين so حاجة ده بوري لنا قال شنو ده يا في محله ده يا جزء من هجز ولا جزء من حاجات اللي أثر بشنو ب financial inclusion has general. So أنا أكيد أنا ونسو كتير في محله. Thank you so much.
Maggie.
Yes.
Hope you are teaching her Arabic a little bit.
Yes. Okay,
she was mentioning about the barriers of financial inclusion, like why some of the things like is hindering some of the clients to come into the bank, or even is hindering them from coming to the bank. But in this situation and with the challenges that she mentioned already, where do you think does a COP consultancy come in to accelerate all the financial inclusion that Maggie had mentioned?
Okay, so having noticed all these barriers that are stopping the communities from being able to access financial services, that's the reason the cooperative bank came with, or rather established COP Consultancy, and we have a number of services that we offer at COP Consultancy. One of them is training. We train people on financial literacy, just getting to know how do you make money. After you have made money, how do you use the money? And the surplus, how do you save? How do you make the savings? Most of the time people think that I will save after I have exhausted all my expenditure. But it's important to note that you need to prioritize saving. Just put a certain proportion of, if it's your salary, if it's your income, put it aside before you even spend. Because what happens is that and sometimes people will say, I will save when I get more money. You get more money, and what happens? Your expenditure goes up. You change your residential area. You start wearing better clothes. You buy a car. If you had a car, you upgrade to a better one, and then you will never save. So we teach them that. For the ones who are in business, we teach them on business management. How do we keep records? We teach them on how to make more money, how to save on their costs. We teach them also on credit management. If you take a loan, how do you access a loan, and how do you use the loan to ensure that you pay that loan in good time, so that you have a better credit history with the bank. We also work with groups. In most of we have quite a number of groups, the VSLA and the like. We train them on how to manage their groups. and even how to bank. Most of them will have the sanduk.
Okay, sanduk.
And sanduk is kept by one person. Yes, it has padlocks, but that one person can also decide to,
disappear.
Get lost.
Yeah.
And it can also be stolen. A house can burn. So how do we ensure that money ends up in the bank rather than being in a box? And we have we are also working on digitizing these VSLAs so that they are able to have their records digitized. They're able to record their members and their contributions and the loans that they take, and the money ends up coming to the bank. Okay. So we are actually working on how can we move the money from the sanduk to the bank. Okay. Then we are also supporting them on forming new cooperatives. The VSLAs, most of them you find that they are not registered, so it becomes hard to open a bank account. So for you to open an account, you need to have some form of registration, either as a group or as a cooperative. Okay. So a cooperative is a way of upgrading them and graduating them to the next level. Yeah. And they are able also to recruit more members because a cooperative has no maximum number of members. So we take them through the we call it pre-cooperatives training. We take them through the registration process. We work very closely with the Ministry of Agriculture at the national level and also the state ministries of cooperatives to help in the registration of the cooperative societies. So documentation and taking them through all that, they're coming up with the registration. And we also advise, if it's individuals or people who are running businesses, we advise them on the documents that they require to legalize their business. Most people just operate their business, but they don't know, and then every time they are running away from from the government authorities.
But I think
so we assist them.
In the other hand, like why people all the challenges why they are not legalizing their work, because the challenges, the high taxes, there's a lot that they feel like I think if I went through the right way, it's going to be tough, and even my whole capital would disappear. So what's the point of me having it directly? Yet it's a lot on us. So I
know it's a lot, but I think compliance is the best way of succeeding in your business, because if you keep your business closed the whole day because you're worried that you will be arrested, that's lost income.
Yes,
so we advise them on how do you comply with it and get the required documentation. Plus, for you to open a bank account, all these registration documents are required. Some of them don't even know where to get them.
Yes.
Because they just woke up and started a business. So we tell them, where do you get each of these documents for you to be able to open an account and run your business legally. Okay. The other thing that we do is development of innovative products. Remember, we said financial inclusion also includes having the right products for the needs of the customers. So we do market research to understand what are the needs of the customers, and therefore we will advise the bank and tell them these are the best products that you can have for the market. So for example, some of the specialized products that we have a product for women. We call it Mara Mutaram. Maggie will tell us a bit more about it. And then we have an account specifically for youth, which we call the YEA account. YEA stands for Youth Innovators Account. Our innovator has an E. And then we have accounts specifically that are made for groups. We have accounts which are specifically for cooperatives. And we also have project-based accounts. So if there's a project that we are carrying out to support the communities, most of them will come, most of the donors will come with specifications on how they would want the beneficiaries to access financial services. So we develop products again based on those requirements.
Okay, in the aspect of having the development of innovative banking services, and with the group as well that you have mentioned already, why do you think it was important for those accounts or even those communities to be included?
For you to succeed, you need to get it right with your finances. These communities, they make money. Most of the time we assume that they don't make money. They make money in their small ways. there are so many resources that we have in this country. Let's look at agriculture. There is so much land.
Yeah.
Farmers are doing a lot in terms of farming.
Yeah.
But are they selling their products in the right way?
Yeah.
Do they have the right buyers? That's part of financial literacy. Because some of them, they will grow their products, but they don't know where to sell. So someone will come, they will buy their products at throwaway prices. But if they understand that I need to price my product, people will not just give me any price that they offer. And when it comes to now formation of cooperatives, they are also able to, when they bulk their produce, they are able to sell. When they are selling in bulk, they have a bargaining power because again there are many. When it comes to buying, say, farm inputs, they have a negotiating. They have a better way of negotiating because there are many. So they are able to save on their cost. They are able to get better income, and they are able to develop themselves. So they have needs, financial needs. They need to take their children to school. They need to build houses for themselves, then to dress properly. Vacation. So all these needs. So for all these needs, they need a source of income or a way of accessing finances. Yeah.
Okay. Getting to you, Maggie. She mentioned about the communities, but also what caught our attention, of course, when it comes to women, because I can tell you 80% of the market, they are women. So how can women really have the future look into saving and as well banking, in which a cooperative bank created for them, the Mara Muhtaram, but now with a COP that is consultancy, what can you be telling more about the Mara Muhtaram?
Okay, thank you so much. As we are talking about COP consultants and then financial inclusion. So about Mara Muhtaram, we came up with this product last year in March, basically for women, because we know that women are doing a lot of business and they are facing even challenges of how to get loan, as I mentioned before. And then we say now to fill this gap for financial inclusion, coming up with a service that suits them or that fit them. We came up with that Mara Muhtaram account. So it is an Arabic word. So, and it is taken from the Bible. Okay. Yeah, from Proverbs chapter 31. If you start reading from 10 to 31 there, it is talking about a virtuous woman, a woman who is responsible, a woman who is strong, a woman who works and feeds the family, the kids. You know, her husband, when he's moving around, his head is up. Even if he's not doing anything, people will say, wow, this woman is having a good husband, not knowing that the woman is the one who is standing strong. So this account, we came with it with the aim that it will be easy for women to have access to finance. Mostly we know, if you look around in the market, those who are selling tomatoes, those who are selling onions, so many small businesses that women are doing. But for them to get loan, it is not easy. So we came up with that services or with that product for women, whereby they will open that account, and this account is treated completely different. Yeah. So the withdrawing charges is little compared to other bank accounts, and then it is not having monthly maintenance charges. And then the good news in that account, so for those women who are having small business, and then if they are banking with us, so they will be able to get loan to boost or to back up their small businesses that they are doing. So the collateral and all these things, like the other bigger accounts or bigger companies, this one is completely different. Theirs, we treat it in a different way. And then it is open for all women from 18 years and above. Because if you are 20 years, we call you a woman. Don't tell me that I'm a child. You are a woman. And then you have a plan. So we want to eliminate, the culture. You see, we have this tradition culture whereby they say women are not supposed to bank, children are not supposed to bank, Marasake. So what do we want to do with the money? So this money will support with our families. We will support even with the husband.
That's for sure.
Yes. So
and especially when it comes, there's this ad whereby they mention that there is a woman telephone so I think with the Mara Muhtaram
this money has to go direct to the account.
Yes, it has to go direct to the account. And I think that will definitely help them. It's still if you have just joined us right now, this is Cooperative Bank of South Sudan, our proudly sponsored right away from 10 a.m. up to لحد بعدين الساعة 11 بنكلم لكم كثير عن خدمات المختلفة الكوبراتيف بجالتكم اللي هو الليلة عندنا ضيوف ده بكون من cooperative consultancy. They're here to tell you how they can be helping you scaling your business, and as well when it comes to advice, when it comes to you banking, and as well any other future a connection that you love to have with cooperative. Definitely they have explained so much already. That's from Maggie and Carol. And in case if you have any question, don't hesitate to go and drop in on the comment section, because we are streaming live on our Facebook page and as well YouTube. Not to forget, for the callers, my line is officially open for you to just give me a call on 0922 986 986 or 0911 986 and 986. Arqam bitan 09 22 986 986 أو 0911 986. And as we are soon wrapping up, Kara, which are the donors that fund projects that you are currently working on?
Okay, we have a number of projects that we are working on. As I mentioned earlier, some of the products that we offer is project management, and we work with different partners. So let me talk about just a few of them, and I'll pick it up from where Maggie has left. We have one of the projects that we are working on, which is the WIFE, the WIFE project. That's Women Entrepreneurial Opportunity Facility. It's being implemented by IRC in conjunction with UN Women and the Ministry of Gender. Is also part of the project. Actually, the funds are being channeled through the Ministry of Gender, and we come in as the bank comes in as a financial service provider, because these women will need accounts. Some of them, yes, they are in business. Some don't have accounts. Some have accounts. So our role in that project is provision of financial services through the bank. So what we did with that project is we sat down with the implementing partners and we agreed on specific features that we need to offer the women, and we made some waivers also on that on the Mara Mutaram. In addition to the very beautiful features that we have on Mara Mutaram, we were able to still make a few more waivers so that the women can benefit. So we will be opening for them accounts, and they will be channeling the support through the bank. We have another project. This is targeting the youth. That's the Orange Corners Innovation Fund, where we are working together with FYI, that's Foundation for Youth Initiatives, and it's being funded by the Netherlands Embassy through the Netherlands Enterprise Agency. So in this project, there are actually two phases of the project. There is one that involves a 6 month training, capacity building for the selected youth, and once they go through the training, then they come for funding. So we've come up again with features for specific for the year account, and also we are giving them loans. So they are receiving grants as well as loans. So we've designed a special loan product for the beneficiaries of this product. Then we have the READ project. This is a big one. This is an IFAD funded project. We are working together with UNDP and the Ministry of Agriculture.
Okay.
We are also working with other implementing partners. And this one targets agriculture.
Okay.
So READ stands for Rural Enterprise for Agriculture Development. And it's being implemented in 6 counties across the country. So again, our role here is financial inclusion, provision of financial services, which includes financial literacy, and also providing them with loans and opening for them accounts. There is also an aspect of cooperatives development, whereby the farmer groups will be encouraged to form cooperatives for them to benefit more from this product.
Okay. We're just left with some 8 minutes in which I'm just going to go direct to some of the comments, and as well there's about 5 to 4 questions. There's a lady who asked it, but let me start from this one. King Kola, all the way from Yambio. He said, hi Diko, I'm King Kola, watching you the program from Yambio. Nice program. Then there is Zachariah, great, thanks. Then Samuel is following us from New Life Mix and boarding school in Corwilliam. Then not to forget, Joseph is saying, hi, I read the topic is very nice to our civilians that we are expecting. That's what we are expecting from you, please. Ajom Makor is saying, good morning to the ladies in the studio. Thank you for the program. And yeah, Margaret is saying, hi, I appreciate the program and the presentation. I would like to know more about how do you work with local leaders, churches and communities group to raise awareness and build the trust. And there is more to that very question. Actually, 3 more questions from her, but let's start from there as we are winding up the program. So she's asking about working with communities in terms of cooperative consultancy.
Okay. So I will respond, and then Maggie can add on to that.
Okay.
So in every community that we work with, it has leaders. So we make sure that we engage the leaders around that community. And you find that by the time we are going to the community, they already have some sort of organization. It could be in groups, it could be the churches that you're talking about. By the way, we have formed cooperatives for churches. We have a number of cooperative societies which are led by churches, and we have the community leaders, most of whom are involved in development of the small group. So they are actually our first point of contact before we even get to the individuals within that community.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think let's just go first for a short commercial break. Then after we'll be back.
All right.
هالنور سيتا سوما إنه تطعيمت ملاريا بقى في جنوب السودان.
تطعيمت ملاريا؟ أنا كان فكر قالين يمسيها يا بس بقدر حمي إنا من ملاريا كده ويرلانا كتير.
أي أنا لسه بيحتاج لنموسيا، لكن كمان أنا عنده تطعيمت ملاريا هو آمن وفعال، وكمان بقدر يودي لعيال من عمر 5 شهر لحد 23 شهر، وزيدوا بقى 1 من تطعيم الدائما جي عملوا ليومن.
سي كم مرة جينا باخدوا تطعيمت ملاريا دي؟
جينا محتاج عشان بياخدوا 4 جرعات لحماية الكامل من عمر 5 شهر 6 7 لغاية 18 شهر. جينا تاكي لازم بيخلصوا 4 جرعات دي كله عشان بيساعدوا مناعته وبيكون قوي.
لكن سي تطعيم دي آمن؟ أنا قاسمة ناس كتير قونوا سوغالي تطعيم فيني يجيبوا مشاكلات كتير.
ما تشيلوا هم يا ماما فوني، لقاح دي أو دواء دي عملوا فوق فحص بطريقة الكويس من خبرات الصحة أو ناس كبار الصحة، ومن كمان جربوا إتاينوا دواء دي آمن وفعال، وكمان جي أنقذوا حياة.
لكن كده ناس هديتها سي أنا بقدر دفع قروش عشان أنا عشان جينا تاي باكل تطعيم؟
لا 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 لا، تطعيم ده مجاني في مراكز الصحة. إتا بس جيبوا جينا تاكي في أيامات منت شغل.
كان جينا تاي ياكل تطعيم ملاريا دي كلاسي، هل أنا بقدر وقف ويستخدموا نمسية؟
لا 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 لا، ما توقفوا. تطعيم ده بس لزيادة حماية. إتا دايما كده استمر نوم في تحت ناموسية الفوق الدواء تبعوده كل يوم، وما تسيبوا مويه وسخان بيوقف جنبه بيت تاكي، وكمان كده تندي في كل جيش في بيت تاكي عشان بيت تاكي ما بيكون فوق بوده.
بالضبط كده. تطعيم ده بيلقوا وين؟
كجزء من مرحلة نمرة 2. تطعيم ده بيوافي 52 مقاطعة، كل من على النيل، غرب الاستوائية، بحيرات، ووحدة، شرق الاستوائية، وولاية جنجولي، وأبيي، وروينغ، ومنطقة بيبورا الإدارية.
شكرا تكي شديد لمعلومة اللي تودي لنا. أنا توالي قرأ شيلو جينا تاي عشان باكو تتيم تا ملاريا وأنا قويري لأمهات تانين كمان.
أيوة دي حاجة كويس. سوا إن بقدر حامي عيالتنا من ملاريا. رسالة دي جلتكم من وزارة الصحة بدعم من منظمة الصحة العالمية يونيسيف وشركاء تانين.
هل أنت مستعد عشان بودي لمحرك تتاكي أحسن رعاية البستهك؟ أنا بقدم لكم زيت التروبيكس الصناعي بكامل لمحركات بنزين. عملوه عشان بيشتغل شغل الكويس وبوفر حماية الكويس عن ما بيسيبوا كهربو، وبدمنه كمان محرك تاكي بيشتغل بصورة كويس وبصورة كبير. ولمحركات تجاز أنا بعرفتكم لأترو أويل بلاتينيوم زيت كويس عملوه عشان بيزودوا كفاءة وقود وبيقللوا دخان وبيودي قوة زيادة في محرك تتاكي في السكة. 2 زيت ووعد واحد بثقة ما في فوقه مشكلة. امشي في أقرب محل تحاس وجربوا قوة تروبيكس وأترو أويل لأنه إيه حاجة اللي بدك في محرك تاكي مهم. حاس بتروليوم خدمة آفاق جديدة.
All right, welcome back from that very commercial break, and as we are winding up, but we're just left with some 5 minutes at the top of the hour. We have read some questions off air, but I think, Carol, you can just give us a wrap-up of that question as we are also signing out from the program.
Okay, so as we wrap up, I would like to address the question that has been raised by Margaret.
Yes.
Inie.
Yeah.
So, a success story. The one that comes to mind, I remember there's a lady who came to my office sometime after we launched the Maramutaram, and she came and told me that she heard about it. We were here in a radio, we talked about it, she heard about it on radio, and she came and opened an account. She started saving. Before that, in fact, I was asking her, where have you been putting the money before? And she told me she's been keeping the money in the house. So she started saving, and she was saving some good money. So you can imagine what was in the house and if something happened. And she has a boutique. So her name is Hadia. So Hadia, if you're listening, shout her. So, and she started banking. So she buys her clothes from Uganda and Kenya, and her biggest challenge was access to foreign currency to be able to send. But by banking with us, we were able to give her give her the foreign currency, the dollars that she requires to send to Uganda and Kenya and get her stock. So that was a very good, something that she was very happy about. She has expanded her business, and now she wants to go into a cereals shop. And even as we speak, the wife project that I've talked about, she's actually one of the beneficiaries undergoing training. And most likely going to get a grant to expand her business. So when I look at her story, it also inspires me. The challenges that we undergo, first of them is the reach. South Sudan is a very huge country, and the infrastructure is not very well. And I think that's the reason some of the banks, financial services are not in those areas. So what we do about that, we work very closely with the local NGOs who are already based in those particular areas, and we come up with TOT programs, that's training of trainers. So once we train them, they are able to pass on that knowledge to the communities, and we are also able to even open accounts for them. And we also use some of their offices to do trainings through online meetings. And then finally, where do we see ourselves in terms of financial inclusion in South Sudan? The good thing about South Sudan is that we are rising up when there is in the digital age. So all the challenges that other countries went through to get to where they are, I think our journey will be shorter. Because we can, if we embrace digital technology, then we are able to grow very fast. So just to ask anyone who does not have an account, please come and have an account. And if you need any financial literacy, any education, we are open. You can come and visit us. We are based in Kololo. COP Consultancy is based in Kololo, COP Bank Kololo, 2nd floor. You will come and find us, and you don't need an appointment to come and see us.
All right. So the consultancy is free, I can say?
To some extent, it is free. We subsidize most of the services that we provide.
No problem. Caro, Maggie, thank you so much for coming to iRadio, and I hope to see you guys very soon, because when you come to Cooperative Bank of South Sudan, definitely you people are transforming life through the banking service that you people are giving to us, and I wish it's Asuma and Asuma, and I think it will be giving it back to you. Do you think, or do you want your business to grow? And if you want it to grow, just make sure that you open an account with Cooperative Bank of South Sudan and many other services that you'll be informed or even getting connected with. But from me to you, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you soon as well.
Thank you.
All right.
Good day, we are here in banking just leveled up. Cooperative Bank of South Sudan, Gudele branch is